New York Mets, all-time record payroll, failed, traded their pitchers away at the end. They went over the fourth tier of the luxury tax. New York Mets had a $374 million payroll under Steve Cohen last year. And, of course, they got rid of a couple of pitchers at the end of the season at the trade deadline. New York Mets owe Major League Baseball a record $101 million in luxury tax penalties. $101 million. You could buy three pretty good pitchers for
Where does all that money go?
It goes into the central registry, and then it becomes part of the pool for revenue sharing.
Ah, okay.
So the Mets obliterated the all-time record, $101 million luxury tax. Padres, second highest luxury tax in baseball, $39.7 million, and didn't even make the playoffs. The Yankees, $32 million luxury tax payment, didn't make the playoffs. But that's New York. That's the number one media market in the world. The Dodgers got below the luxury tax for most of the year. They're only paying $19 million in a luxury tax number. Now, this year, with all these expenditures, the Dodger luxury tax is purported to be probably as high as $50 million. So that's where we are. The Mets can afford it. Yankees can't afford it historically. The Dodgers have afforded it. Padres did it. And it's obvious to me when the Padres got all peeved at baseball, when baseball asked the question with using the word sustainability. It's obvious now Padres can't sustain what they did a year ago, and that's why everything is reeling back. But luxury tax money, holy cow, the dollar figures are crazy.
Well, they're just throwing money around, hoping to buy a championship. And if you look at those four teams, none of them won last year. Right. So,
well, injuries had a lot to do.
But still, that. I mean, it doesn't guarantee you a win. I'm curious, first of all, we've talked about the floor maybe being a more important aspect than a ceiling, but even the ceiling itself, with all this money being spent, you think that ceiling's got to start going up, right?
Well, the luxury tax number is based on gross revenue. So each year as baseball's gross revenue goes up, the luxury tax number will go up.
Mm-hmm.
So if the first luxury tax last year was $237 million, it's probably going to be in the 240s to near 250 this year because the total revenue coming into the baseball pot has increased. And players get a piece of that. It's the way the NFL works with their salary cap.
Okay.
As gross revenues grow in the NFL, salary cap goes up every year.
Okay, so there's an algorithm to it. So.
Exactly.
Okay,
whatever that word means. But there is no floor to spending, which drives me out of my mind.
Yeah, you always talk about
why
that.
Tony Clark and I don't exchange Christmas cards anymore. Hey, we get to halftime.